welcome back to some more wonderful SFL action. We are in Seattle for another great home game for the Seattle Seahawks as they take on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Opening up week 4, it's a very rainy day here in Seattle, but both teams are amped up nonetheless. Both teams coming off. We got Seahawks coming off of a win against the Packers. Eagles coming off of a loss against the Falcons. Both games not that great for either team, but we'll see how this one turns out as Dwight Schroeder waits the reception of the kick.
It is a rainy day today, so we'll see if that affects any of the play on the field, but nonetheless, the Eagles ready to kick things off, sending things towards the Seahawks here. Seahawks, yeah, they did come off of their first win, but very hard fought, and they were not playing their best, so we'll see if they're able to bring their A game against the Eagles, who are so desperately looking for a great game after a bit of an embarrassment that they saw last week.
Here he comes, Sir Sporticus. Again, not the greatest performance from him, still carrying his team to a win, but still only 9 completed passes out of 10, 132 passing yards and a touchdown. So we'll see how the tides turn here for the Seahawks here.
Yeah, one thing that we've seen from Sporticus is he's been running the ball himself a little too much, but handing it off to Kronk there, who also has not been performing the best. And a lot of this team's game plan really on Kronk being able to rack up those big yards. But we'll see if maybe tonight at home, Kronk will finally be able to get his groove back. First play, though, getting 5 yards. Not too good, not too bad for the Seahawks here. We'll see if Sporticus favors scrambling as much as he did in the past. But pitching it to Kronk, who runs up the side. Huge run from Kronk. But a flag on the play.
Huge comparatively. 5 yards, we'll see. That will push him even further.
Wow.
The face mask is called against Garage Mechanic.
Wow. And that is arguably one of Kronk's is at all in the regular season, able to suddenly move things up, and now they're on the opposing 38 suddenly. Oh, Kronk going again! Alright, more consistent yardage than we've seen in the past from Kronk. It definitely seems like a lot of practice has gone in to help Kronk a little bit more, because the regular season, of course, not being as favorable for him. 7 yards there. Maybe, just maybe, sometime soon here, we will see the old Kronk that we know and love. Another run. Oh, but just like that, he's hit hard by STBY.
More to go there.
Sorry to bother you. Able to hit with a huge tackle onto Kronk, suddenly completely snuffing out the momentum that it seemed like the Seahawks were starting to get on this drive, facing third down. We'll see what the Seahawks are able to do with this, though. Going for a pass. Pretty safe call here, but no! Stopped by the Eagles, and suddenly 0 for 1 Sporticus. Not the best pass there. 4th down. Likely going to have to try to kick it through the uprights with Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Fourth down approaches. We'll see Obi-Wan Kenobi come on out for a 49-yard attempt. A pretty lengthy kick here. See how it goes. It's up.
Oh, no. Very
there.
poor kick there. Not what we are used to seeing from Obi-Wan Kenobi. You just get all of it on that kick. An unfortunate mistake, but hopefully for the Seahawks, it will not be too costly. Though
There's not enough behind it to get to in between the crossbars. Giving the ball to the Eagles.
To determine how well this will go is by this man's own effort right here, John Football.
He had a very lackluster, very poor performance last week. We'll see how he can do here. He had a 48% completion last week, and this one will get complete, but for negative yardage. Spike God with the first reception for the Eagles tonight.
The Eagles just have gotten in some kind of funk lately, it seems. Week 1 and 2 being so great for this team, and Week 3 being a heartbreaking, crushing defeat against the Falcons. And right now, one play in, 1 yard lost. We'll see if they'll be able to change things up pretty quickly here. Coming back, going up the field to
Caught
Renegade.
by King Renegade, getting up to the opponent's 49-yard line.
Doesn't look like we have Juju Smith-Schuster out on the field again. Maybe going back to how things were Week 1. I'm not sure exactly what this past week of football has done to the Eagles, but trying something new here. But oh, a great attempt there from Tetris Ochichovi. All around, just not a great situation for the Eagles so far. Just trying to recapture the magic that they used to have. And right now, this drive, they're in enemy territory, so perhaps could be the start of something. Dropping back, but a sack. Another sack. In the column.
Steve Rogers already his third tackle tonight as we face a 3rd and 8. Now.
And just John Football feeling a little bit too much pressure there. Now it is 3rd down and 8 yards to go. Standing near midfield. Likely going to see a good pass here from John Football. We'll see what he can make of it, and it is caught by Renegade.
Yeah, still not seeing Juju Smith-Schuster on the field. Interesting call here. Don't know if he's still calming down after we saw he was incredibly angry after the loss last week.
Yeah, there was a lot of anger from Juju last week. We could see it on the bench, so could be that they're allowing him some time for him to cool his head a little bit. A very frustrating defeat last week, and they're just going to have to keep going forward with the Week 1 strategy that they had. Could also be that they're just trying to use that same strategy from Week 1. I mean, they used that exact same strategy to beat the Seahawks Week 1. So can it happen again? A good fight, God. Another completion. John Football starting to get more comfortable passing the ball again. Definitely looking a lot better than he was last week. We'll see if it ends up working here, but finally some great field position. And it's claimed by the Eagles here. We'll see if they can bring it into the end zone on their first drive here. Tetris Ochichovi runs up, but only able to get a few yards there.
Al Duncachino gets his first tackle. 2:45 left in the first quarter. Eagles down on the 9-yard line. John Football will see him in the shotgun here on a 2nd and 5. Having to fake the handoff, looking to pass again,
Caught.
flag down. Caught by the movie guy. Will it be brought back?
Oh,
It will.
Shelley Levine downfield.
Mm.
Still 2nd down.
That was not very good for the Eagles there. A very rough penalty that they're going to have to deal with. 2nd and 10. Still inside the red zone, though, so could see our first score of the game, and it looks like we will. Mr. Negative
Wow.
able to get a receiving touchdown.
First we've seen of that, I'm pretty sure. That's a great job right there by Mr. Negative.
Mr. Negative.
Solid pass from John Football, and we are seeing a return to form, it looks like.
Definitely looking good again for the Eagles, taking the lead here against the Seahawks, looking to claim victory against the Seahawks once again with this interesting strategy that they've used. This team, as still that entire drive, no Juju Smith-Schuster to be seen. Now, Eagles have taken the lead 7-0 here after that successful extra point by the Kundal. Very interested to see how the Seahawks are going to be able to respond. An unfortunate missed field goal prevented them from getting 3 points on the last drive, but now that the Eagles have got some points on the board, gotta imagine that the Seahawks are feeling a little bit more pressure. Is their move once again. Dwight Schrute ready to receive the kick and hopefully set his team with good field position. And he catches it in the end zone and he's going to run it out. Past the 25 to the 30. Ooh! Hit hard, but he was able to get a solid run there. And they're going to be starting at the 31. This is a good place for Sir Sporticus to come out and bring his offense out on the field.
Kronk coming back out, having a pretty good game so far, but still just hasn't been able to carry his team as far as they need.
Emperor Kuzco going to be starting here on the field for this drive. Interesting decision. Quick pass to the outside there. Ooh, and he's running still.
Dwight Schrute. Solid gain right there for 8 yards. Sir Sporticus.
Got his first completion of the night. Good for Sir Sporticus, but not enough to move the chains yet. We'll see what they're going to do to get these 2 extra yards. I would expect to see Kronk out on the field, but no. Doesn't look like we're going to see Kronk run the ball here. Looks like instead we're going to see a quick pass. And we do. And a solid run there. That was Super Saiyan Goku able to take that. Now the Seahawks starting to look good. A little bit more like how we saw them in the preseason, but not quite yet. As they break into enemy territory. On the other side of the field here, Kronk is back out now. Maybe looking for a big play. Does he have it in him? No, play action. Oh, a great catch! And he's running! And he jukes!
Juke from Dwight Schrute getting down to the 10-yard line. An exceptional play by Sir Sporticus right there.
Wow! And now the Seahawks definitely looking marginally better than we've seen them look in the past. Answering back against the Seahawks. Very, very solid work. The Eagles' defense was not prepared for that big Seahawks play there. Dwight Schrute, the juke, able to get a bit more yardage there. And now, 1st and 10, barely they'll be able to move the chains if they're just able to get right about to the goal line. Very close placement there. Looking for the end zone here to tie the game. Caught! But no, taken. On the 3. Peter Parker, with his first reception, gets 7 yards there. We'll see. Maybe Kronk will get it here. Kronk's opportunity to score a touchdown this season, but oh, he gets stuffed up in the middle. There was a hole to his left, but I don't know if he could quite make it out. And now 3rd down here. Definitely got to think that a field goal would be disappointing.
This Eagles defense, some very different names that we saw in that last game against the Falcons. We saw just players like Ben Shapiro and Hideo Kojima, Quentin Tarantino, just getting some solid defensive plays. See how that plays out here as the Seahawks are now down on the 2.
Only 2 yards to go, but this Eagles defense is not going to make it very easy for the Seahawks to find the end zone for the first time tonight, but a quick pass could be coming. No! Sporticus! He got a touchdown. Sporticus with a rushing touchdown here. Rushing again, but this time he makes it absolutely count. Great work, the Seahawks.
They'll definitely do well for his fantasy stats, and a great call, honestly, right there, to run it in when you're that cramped up against the end zone. Just a good run right there by Sir Sporticus.
I agree. I think that was definitely the best play that Sporticus could have done, and great decision-making and great athletic ability could be exactly what Sporticus needs to lead his team to victory. A bit of revenge against the Eagles, who defeated them week 1 of the season. And now the game is tied. We have ourselves a very interesting football game now. Definitely some of the best play that we've seen in a while from the Seahawks, able to make things work. And now, from what we've seen of the Eagles so far, starting to return to form as well. Very exciting to see these teams playing at nearly their best right now. Hopefully that only continues as the game progresses. But right now, John Fortnite in the back, as usual, to receive the kick. Oh, there's Juju Smith-Schuster on the field, so he is here, but oh yeah, he was getting in a bit of a fight there. You can definitely see that some of the anger from last week is still out there, but nonetheless, end of the first quarter, we have a tied game.
Very evenly matched, it seems like, so far, but Sir Sporticus has been putting on quite a good show. That's always good to see if you're a Seahawks fan.
Let's see if John Football can respond. Fake handoff. Throwing it down the field. Ooh, almost picked off by Superman. And now, Eagles got to wonder what they need to do to break down the field. Definitely just last week. It's been hard for the Eagles to reach their peak again. And oh, a poor handoff there. -4 yards for Mr. Negative there. Grunkle Stan was able to stop that run. And now 3rd and long again for the Eagles. Just suddenly things looking so difficult for them.
Ready! 60 Pittsburgh!
Dropping back. Looking
John
for
Football
someone.
looking for an open man. 3rd
Throws
and
it.
long now. Going deep.
Caught!
He'll have his open man.
King
That
Renegade.
is King Renegade will get a big gain for the Eagles.
There we go, a classic Eagles play that we see there, a deep bomb down the field, always making it work. Steve Rogers getting yet another tackle tonight. Great work from the Eagles, being able to make that pass. And yeah, definitely John Football, once again favoring much different receivers than normal, trying to share the love, it seems, with his play calls tonight, but ouch! Hit hard behind the line is Tetris Hochachovi. By Grunkle Stan once again. A great stop by Grunkle Stan. Another lost yard. The rushing not working once again. Last week we saw the rushing being a little bit more fruitful for the Eagles than normal, but this week once again, definitely seems like passing is going to be the moneymaker for them. But right now, 2nd and 11, just barely in Seahawks territory. It's going to be hard for them to try and break down the field with the Seahawks being on top of things so hard tonight at home. Oh, caught! But he's brought down. Who was that too? That might have been a defender. Yeah, Guillermo del Toro. Guillermo del Toro gets a reception there, but he loses a yard. Once again, the SFL throwing to a defender. And a last-ditch attempt to gain some yardage, but much as it seems to be in typical fashion, just not working for the best. 3rd and 12. We'll see if we see another long bomb from John Football here. Another solid catch. This time by John Fortnite.
Great play right there, getting down to the 20-yard line. Still have a tie game here. This could be big for the Eagles right here to take the lead.
Just incremental change here. Slow drives. Only 7 points here for each team on the board as the second quarter is starting to get deep underway, but John Football throwing, caught again. Very good pass to the movie guy. It is first and goal. Movie guy got his first reception there, 11 yards. Not bad, and he set his team up for a first and goal situation, which of course going to be incredibly helpful here and give the Eagles great opportunity to claim the lead in this game once again, looking to beat the Seahawks that they defeated in Week 1.
We go set. 10-2 stop.
What's the run? They're running it. Check nickel.
2.
Drops back. Ooh! Difficult situation, lots of pressure, but it goes to John Fortnite.
Ready. 60.
Oh, lots of movement on the field. Looks like maybe an audible was called by John Football here. We'll see if that play call, whatever it may be, ends up working for them. And Tetris Ochochovi, up to the one.
Just gets stopped short. Won't be able to make it all the way. Grunkle Stan will get a very important tackle there. Third and goal now from the 1-yard line.
Grunkle Stan's been great at stopping these runs today. Definitely a great asset for the Seahawks defense.
In the shotgun now. John Football will take the snap. Going
And
down
caught.
the middle, and he has the movie guy.
The movie guy gets a touchdown here, and the Eagles in the lead once again.
Movie guy says, "Fly, Eagles, fly." Gets into the end zone, celebrates after taking the lead in this game.
Very exciting to see these teams keep successfully letting these drives end up in the end zone. All around great football that we're seeing so far tonight, and we'll see if the Seahawks can make a response once again. Already with more points on the board than they had last week, Eagles definitely feeling a lot better now here in Seattle. The Condell gets the extra point, and now we'll be going right back to a Seahawks drive. They have 3 minutes and 15 seconds. I think we'll definitely see the end of this drive one way or another from the Seahawks here. We might even see the Eagles get the ball once again. Only time will tell, though, as the Seattle fans here wait patiently as their offense is about to get back on the field.
Going to be interesting to see what the Seahawks decide to do as a response here.
Definitely would like to see a lot more from Kronk, as always, who we know can make big plays, but so far the season has been rough for him. But great field position. Dwight Schrute able to bring them up to the 32. That kick was just admittedly not the best from the Eagles, setting up the Seahawks with great field position there. And Sir Sporticus coming back out on the field once again.
Down. 90 Wolf. 54. Hey, tight. Big River.
Good situation here for the Seahawks. Ooh, almost
Could have been
off.
picked right there. The rage coming up and almost getting a major interception here. Seahawks have to get something cooking before the half closes.
The rage all around, as we've seen this season, has been a very good defensive player. So many times he has seen nearly picked off the ball, but not quite. Once again, only able to make it an incompletion. But Sporticus, we'll see if he can make something off of that. Cusco with the ball, but taken down immediately. 3rd and 9 now. Not what the Seahawks want to be looking at.
70, Indy.
In the first set of downs of this drive. With such good field position, they need to get something big here. And no, they don't. Oh no. Just incorrect aim from Sir Sporticus, and you can see he's angry about that one. He's angry at himself. Definitely wants that one back. Just a rough incompletion there. Sir Sporticus just not on top of the passing game, just as we saw last week as well. Just really being difficult for him. And now it is punted away for the first time tonight, I believe. And now back to John Fortnite, who gets taken down at the 17. Now that's going to be pretty rough. Eagles, but they have 2.5 minutes to make something happen after that very short 3 and out that the Seahawks just suffered.
Come on, set. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
We'll see the 2-minute warning here soon, but a run play from Tetris Hochichovi, and he's taken down. After getting a few yards there, 6 on the play.
Ready. 18 Gator.
Crunch time, defense.
Get it.
Whoa, Mr. Negative. Oh, he was really going there, but hits hard.
Keep playing hard.
Good first down run from Mr. Negative. Maybe, just maybe, the running starting to look a little bit more appealing for the Eagles. I mean, taking as much time as possible on this drive is important to them. So that way they can guarantee they will go into the half with the lead. John Football looking for an open target, and he finds one. The movie guy once again. And he gets a first down. Oh, no, he doesn't, actually. They're not going to give him that. They're going to say 2nd and 1. Either way, the clock still winds down as we see John Football stalling for time, looking to go into the half with the lead. And caught by John Fortnite, who's looking phenomenal tonight.
Correct me if I'm wrong, we have not seen from Juju Smith-Schuster yet tonight, have we?
Still none, no. We saw him once on the field during a kick return from John Fortnite, but he got in a bit of a scuffle on the field. But otherwise,
Yeah.
I think that just allowing cooler heads to prevail here tonight because of the high
Side
emotion.
notes, Steve Rogers, oh, here we go. Big pass for John Fortnite, taking a juke going back a few feet, but still a solid play. Steve Rogers on the Seahawks defense, 8 tackles already, and we haven't even closed out the half. It's a very, very solid player, not just tonight, but a great defensive player just all around for the Seahawks throughout these few weeks.
Absolutely, the Seahawks defense definitely showing their strength here. Definitely holding up the weight of the team here, with the offense of the Seahawks admittedly having a bit of a hard time. And whoa! As we can see there, great play, but Mr. Negative got the pass, but he was taken down behind the line.
Alfred K. Bingham rushing up to John Football there, but couldn't quite pull through as John Football got it away to Mr. Negative.
Emmett Brown was able to take down Mr. Negative behind the line there.
On the double.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Check your hot read.
Fake handoff. John Football looking to find an open man. He has one. No.
Nothing there. 2nd incompletion of the night for John Football. Definitely looking a lot more normal.
Couldn't tell if that was overshot or underthrown, but this offensive line has definitely done a much better job at preventing too many sacks to get to John Football today. He's been having a lot more time in the pocket. See, like here, he's able to get this pass off, but still overshot to John Fortnite now. As they face a 4th down, very, very poor play right there.
Not sure who was quite at fault there. It looks like John Football was aiming a little bit too far to the sidelines there for John Fortnite to catch it, but either way, 4th down. Probably going to see him try to get a field goal here, extend the lead, make it a 2-possession game. It's a deep field goal here. It's up, and oh, a failed attempt by the Condor. Seahawks got 40 seconds to move.
I believe that was about a 43. No, 50. Ooh, that was a big one. Yeah, 52 yards. Just didn't pull through there.
Very rough for both these teams. Both teams have missed at least one big field goal here tonight each, so I guess you could say they're even now, but 40 seconds to make something happen here. We'll see if Sporticus can bring it. That was an important time. They can walk into the locker room tied at the half, and oh, so close to making something happen there. Right now, 50% completion for Sporticus tonight. Very hard for him to make these passes count.
Ready? 10-2, sir. 54. You remember me? You remember me?
Goes back to Sporticus
34
again.
seconds left. Sporticus will go short here. Gets stopped immediately. Nothing there.
Peter Parker
Receiver.
with the catch.
We'll put him over 100 yards tonight, though. Hasn't been very much of a one-sided game.
Yes.
Just seeing faults in both teams. It's just Seahawks really need to keep on pushing, get something to happen here in these last 30 seconds. Eagles will receive the ball at the beginning of the second half. Here's the pass. Looks like Sporticus will go to the right, and he has his man open.
And
all the way to the end zone.
Seahawks! Wow! And just like that, they can go into the half with a tight ball game.
Schrute, as if on cue, Dwight Schrute is able to pull through, bring this one all the way home. Great play right there from both Sporticus and Schrute. Great job.
Just like that, the Seahawks looking like their former selves. A great play that we're used to seeing from this great team. Now starting to finally live up to their potential. About to tie the game here with the Eagles. Definitely seems like this story of getting a revenge of sorts for their defeat in the first week could be fulfilled by the Seahawks here. As they're about to tie things up, Obi-Wan Kenobi to tie the game, and he succeeds. 14-14, 23 seconds left in the first half. Now, with not much time on the clock, gotta imagine the Eagles just want to take us to halftime. And since they're starting with the ball in the second half, they'll still be in the driver's seat and try to make this a game of catch-up for the Seahawks. But the Seahawks now, gotta imagine with the game tied with such a big play like that, some newfound confidence. And that means a lot in this game. 23 seconds as John Football will come back out on the field. We'll see if there's any chance of him trying to make anything of those 23 seconds. Or if we'll just see maybe a run play and some knees to take us to the half. Definitely looks
Pretty
like a
solid
run.
performance from John Football so far. But yeah, it looks like they're just going to run this clock out. A big opening for Emperor Nornar getting a solid juke right there. Did you see that?
Wow, what a great
An
run.
attempted tackle right there, and that is just, that's some really smart running right there.
That was
Emperor
all
Narnar.
around. Very good play there. The Superman was able to get the tackle.
Timeout taken, I believe, by the Eagles. It looks like they want to make something happen. Yeah, we'll see John Football in the shotgun. Interesting call here.
I mean, after a
But
great run
I
like
don't
that,
blame them. No, it's gonna. They're gonna. Yeah. Ooh. They're gonna run it, and Superman knocks out Tetris Hochachovis as the Eagles get to 200 yards. And that will take us to the end of this half. Tied up at 14, a very equally matched game.
yeah,
Going into the half.
this could really go either way. I mean, the Eagles are going to be starting with the ball in the second half, but this could be a great story for the Seahawks, but only time will tell as this exciting second half action will begin soon. And we're back for more action here in the second half. We have a tied game, and this is very close, very exciting as both these teams looking quite good. Some of the best we've seen them this whole season right now. The Seahawks could claim victory, defeating the Eagles perhaps, but right now the Eagles are in the driver's seat. They will start this half with the ball, so
Definitely a good position to be in for the Philadelphia Eagles. See how they can do here starting off this half. See John Fortnite returning from the end zone. He'll take it to about the 20. It's just pulled down.
Once again,
23-yard line.
once again, something interesting. We see Juju Smith-Schuster on the field only for these kick returns, but still not actually being on the field for any snaps here tonight. Maybe that will change, though, here in the second half. It is unclear. But right now, definitely seems like whatever the Eagles are doing is working well still. Gonna drop back here, throwing it, and caught by...
Oh, will he push through to the first down? No.
Spike God almost got a first down there.
Yeah.
But good work by the Eagles and great work by the Seahawks defense. Scott Pilgrim able to stop the Spike God from getting that first down. 1 yard to go. And it's great to see both these teams playing very well again. They've had some ups and downs, definitely, but things are looking good again. Dropping back. Ooh,
Solid
great
fake right
play!
there, going deep.
Seahawks
I
defense
would
had
not.
that.
I think I would have called a pass interference right there. Looks like he kind of got stopped
I
by
can
the Seattle
agree.
cornerbacks.
I think so too.
Yeah.
They were definitely pushing him back, not allowing him to run. So surprising that there's no flag on the play, but nonetheless, 1 yard to go for the Eagles. Gonna run it. Smart play. Ooh! He breaks
Pushing through this
Mr.
time.
Negative.
Ouch.
Wow.
That could have been way more, but luckily for the Seahawks, they got the stop right there from Steve Rogers, his 9th tackle of the night.
Look at
But
how
check
Mr.
this. He
Negative
got
is.
breaks
Wow.
number 74's tackle, pushes through, but yeah, great effort right there by Martin Lee, Mr. Negative.
All around, yeah, very good run. Despite the fact that he may be a little bit lower on the depth chart, definitely proving how great his skills are. Very well-rounded team are the Eagles, finally getting to show that once again.
Looks like the Seahawks were setting up a blitz there. Here's a pass to the Spike God, getting taken right down by the Superman.
Overall, John Football looking a lot better tonight than we saw him last week. Very exciting plays, making good, solid passes. We'll see if he's able to get it into the enemy territory, though, because right now, with the game being tied, they need to take the lead here because the Seahawks have so much momentum right now. Oh!
Wow. Totally tripped up there. Tetris Hochachovis couldn't get much. Now 3rd and 1. Scott Pilgrim getting a swift tackle right there.
Tetris Hochachovi almost able to bring it in for a first down, but 1 yard left to go on 3rd down. We'll see if the Eagles are able to make it happen, but the Seahawks defense playing so well tonight. He's able to make it through.
Handoff, Martin Lee.
Ooh, that juke almost cost him, but he was able to get it. Now in Seahawks territory.
4th rush from Martin Lee, Mr. Negative tonight. Try to get a spin move right there. You could see on Despicable Gru. Still got the first down and pushed into enemy territory. So a good run overall. 1st and 10 from the Seahawks 49-yard line.
Absolutely. It's great to see the running plays starting to work a little bit more for the Eagles as we go into the second half. Definitely strengthening that part of their game plan. Looking for a defender.
Looking for an
Might be
open
deep.
man. John Football
Still so much
can't
time.
get anyone. He will go down
Oh,
the middle.
there was just no one available.
Oh, my goodness. Seen that quite a bit tonight. Just poor passes on both sides. It's just not a great thing to see. That's his 5th incompletion of the night.
Very difficult for John Football to find anything there, but maybe going to go for a run play here. Surprisingly, the run play is doing a lot of work suddenly for this team. But no, a play action. Great play fake there.
Once again, we'll try to find an open man.
Cut!
Going to the right, and a great reception by the spike guy. No,
Jesse
excuse me,
Horsecock.
that. Jesse Horsecock with a reception. Very good job keeping his feet in bounds. Well done.
First of the night gets 22 yards. Not a bad way to start
That's-
things.
Actually, the first time Jesse Horsecock has received the ball since week 1.
Wow. Definitely seems like a solid repeat of week 1 for the Eagles, but it's working. But, oh, we have a challenge flag thrown. Usually we see a boot review.
First time in the SFL we've seen this. I guess the Seahawks didn't like that call. We'll see if this is a completed pass. Looks like maybe his left foot might have been kicked up.
Yeah, it might not have been
really-
on the ground when he caught it.
It's a really close call. You got to make sure you're looking at when Horsecock received the ball and had full possession of it. We'll see what the call is.
Yeah, this could go either way, and they're going to let him have it, it seems.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and the Seahawks losing a timeout there. Here's the call. Yeah.
Definitely, but it was worth a shot for the Seahawks. First ever time in SFL history that a challenge flag was thrown. Unsuccessful,
Now they
unfortunately.
They don't want that to come back and bite them because now the Seahawks have lost a timeout. And they have 2 remaining. We'll see how that plays in towards the end of this game. But here, we'll see John Football snap the ball at the 28. Rolls left, tries to find an open guy, and he does. And the spike god taken down inside the red zone now at the 19-yard line. 2nd and 1 coming up.
Now-
Spike god having a very good night tonight.
And John Football now, as we're used to seeing him with that pass, he has broke over 200 passing yards. Definitely looking back to the old John Football that we're used to seeing.
Absolutely.
Great pass to the tight end there.
The John Football we saw in week 3 was definitely somebody different. Very much a stranger to this Eagles team, so this is a very welcome return to form. He'll look to pass again.
He's going to
No,
run
he'll
it.
tuck and run, getting across the first down line and a bit more. Reach forward to about the 11-yard line, his first rush of the night. 8 yards for the Eagles.
Not too terribly often do we see John Football decide to run it himself, but man, what a smart choice there. I definitely agree with that decision. Got a nice clean first down, almost to the 10-yard line as well. Very good tuck and run from John Football. Able to hold on to the ball too. All around, very good. Now only 11 yards away from the goal line. Close snap, but oh, Mr. Negative tries to push through. Very difficult there. Good work from the Seahawks defense. Able to stop that from getting any more yardage. Only 3 on the play. Mr. Negative definitely carrying a lot of weight for this team tonight, getting the ball a lot.
In the shotgun now, John Football trying to push through 8 yards. He'll look to pass again, going to the left. Jesse the spike god. Get a few yards there. 3rd and 4 coming up.
Now, when you're 5 yards away from the goal line, last thing you want to do is have to kick a field goal. It'd be really, really demoralizing, but they only have 4 yards to go before they'll get a fresh set of downs.
Might
That'd
be
be a
looking
great
at a
first
run
down.
here. I believe is that Tetris Ochachovi's in the back, maybe. No, they'll pass.
Pass to... Oh, and it's caught! One-handed
King
by
Renegade! King Renegade pulls through, gets the completion, his first receiving touchdown of the night. Well done right there.
Wow.
Eagles are in the lead once more.
Look at that catch! Wow. A little bit
Wow.
off target, but he was able to make it happen.
Oh, wow. What an effort right there. Mickey Humanoid Mouse couldn't put a stop to it. And Sir Sportic, as you can see, is just not loving that. Great play right there. by King Renegade.
Man, it's exciting plays like that that have garnered the Eagles so many fans, and now the lead increases by 7 here. Once again, the Eagles ahead.
Wow. A 13-play drive. Taking off 4.5 minutes of the clock. Wow.
Definitely winding the clock down. Very helpful for the Eagles here, but 2 minutes, 22 seconds left in the third quarter here. We will see just how long the Seahawks drive will be, and they got to bring it to the end zone here with the game being so late.
Absolutely.
They need to make sure that there's no score gap any longer, and they just need to hope that their strong defense can make another stop.
2:22 left in the quarter, and this will be the first time we see the Seahawks offense come on the field in this half. So a great job cutting down the time there by the Eagles. Kick is up. Dwight Schrute receives it at the 10, taking it to the 20, the 30. It brought down at about the 31-yard line.
Very good. Dwight Schrute has been able to give his team good field position, which is definitely part of the key to success here. Sir Sporticus not having the best night, but he's been able to make things count with those 6 completed passes, for sure.
First and 10 now, handing it off to Kronk.
Tried to push through, but just wasn't quite able to do it.
2nd and 4 now. I feel like it's just used to seeing that from Kronk now. He doesn't pull off too many spectacular runs. It's kind of disappointing if you're a Seahawks fan, for sure.
Trying again, though.
Run it again.
Ouch! Kronk hit hard. That's 3rd and 1.
Fell right on his right shoulder.
Gotta be careful worrying about injuries here in the SFL. Last thing you need is for your starting running back to suffer an injury. But now Sporticus gonna have to rely on the passing game, but whoa! Hard hit! But,
oh man, and if the pressure wasn't there, that could have been something incredible. Instead, the Seahawks will face a 4th and 1. We'll see what the call is here. I wouldn't be surprised if they decide to go for it.
I agree with that. 1 yard to go. That play was almost breathtaking there. Maybe just a second longer in the pocket if the offensive line was able to block it a little bit more, and we might see a tied ball game, but they're going to punt it. Very surprising. Maybe having faith in their defense to give them another opportunity to come out on the field. The Eagles, once again, have the ball as it falls into the end zone. Starting at the 20.
We got this.
Minute 17 left. Here comes Martin Lee, Mr. Negative, who we've seen a lot more of than normal. We've seen the rotation between these 3 running backs on this team quite a bit tonight, but Martin Lee, Mr. Negative, has gotten quite a few rushes.
I think it's very
Under center
entertaining.
now is John Football.
Very entertaining to see the Eagles constantly shifting their... A lot of people getting action, but right there, that pass to Mr. Negative was unsuccessful. But yeah, Eagles all around, constantly having different players up on the field, and that helps them keep a lot of their endurance, keep the stamina up for their team members. And that is a big key to success for them. Hard to get tired when you're only on the field every other play, especially for people like running backs. Very good for them. We'll see, throwing it down. Oh, another incomplete suddenly.
Don't want to see John Football revert back to how he was last week.
No, this is...
Too many incompletions.
For Eagles fans, it's just a little bit too reminiscent of last week. We'll change, though, with a 3rd down conversion, perhaps. Mr. Negative once again lined up behind John Football. And he gets it. No, fake handoff. He's got a little bit of time.
Rolling left, tries to find his open man, short again.
Ooh. Definitely think he needed to step back a little bit. He was feeling a little bit too much pressure there from the Seahawks defense. And once again, suddenly, another 4th down. We might see another punt back-to-back. Suddenly, the defenses of both of these teams bringing it to the field. But that's what the Seahawks needed to see here. Bet they were very scared to see the lead increase, and suddenly, practically perfect performance there by the Seahawks defense, forcing a 3-and-out with no yards gained. Seahawks going to come back out on the field. They got the ball. Wait, Schrute. Oh!
Great field position to start out on their own 48. Dwight Schrute didn't even need to do much.
Now Sporticus back out
Seahawks
on
offense
the field.
not wanting to see any fourth downs on this drive for sure. Just 52 yards to go. A great starting point. Ooh, a bit of a mix-up here, it looks like, but things are set up. We have Sporticus in the shotgun.
Ooh,
Screen
quick pass
pass
to the
here.
outside. Oh!
Wow, okay. Dangerous tackle right there.
Goku brought down by Shoe Nice. Very interesting tackle there. I might need to see on the replay there. Ooh.
Yeah, it's brought down around the chest, definitely, but still,
close to a
it looked
face
a
mask.
lot more aggressive before. Goku couldn't get much out of that, losing 2 yards.
Yeah, suddenly it's all about the defense in the second half, it seems. Got to see a single scoring drive, and now Sporticus dropping back, hoping for a big pass. No, gonna rush it himself.
Running to the outside.
He crossed the 50 though, so only 5 yards to go. A little bit more hopeful. We'll see how
Clock
they're
is
gonna get this
winding
5 yards.
down on this third quarter. I don't know if we'll see another play get pulled off before the end of it.
Maybe one. Depends.
We
how-
might, yeah. 3rd and 5. No, I think.
Oh, whoa, barely.
Yeah, right before the end of the quarter. Here's
Oh,
the pass and
disappointing way to end the quarter, and that's a 4th down too. Looks like that was a receiver mistake.
I definitely would have just waited till the end of that quarter to make sure that play. Give yourself time to make sure you were doing the right thing there. First quarter,
They're gonna go for it though.
where a team went scoreless, going for it. 4th and 5. This is a big play here.
Oh, the SWAT!
Swatted
The
down.
SWAT! What a great play!
Incredible job right there. Number 33. A great effort pushing through the offensive line.
Suddenly the great field position is given to the Eagles. I think the play call was not bad by the Seahawks there, but the defensive, that might have been the most important play tonight for the Eagles.
Yeah. John Football coming back out, and now their only job is 6:58 left in the game. Just run this clock out. Maybe score again just to give yourself some more breathing room. Wow.
Tetris
Big tackle there on Tetris. 9th rush for Tetris Ochachovis tonight. And the Eagles, once again, in the lead, doing well without Juju Smith-Schuster, who seems to be, he's proved himself to be a fantastic player on the field. He's done some great job in week 2 and week 3. But in week 1, when he was absent, Eagles still pulled through with a win, and they might do that again tonight without him. So maybe this isn't the worst call in benching him. We'll see what happens.
Perhaps
kind of
just
a
trying to
superstition
keep
for the
him
Eagles.
fresh for more important games, I imagine. Could be the only way I could rationalize it, but it's working right now. But not
Because-
so much there.
I mean, it's just kind of clicking with me now that, I mean, the game that he was absent in was the other Seahawks and Eagles game. So I don't know if it's Juju's decision to not play against the Seahawks or what the problem is, but
Unsure, yeah. Both times that we've seen the Eagles face the Seahawks, they've done this very strange strategy of using some backup players, but... Oh my god, the longest field goal attempt in history!
you're right,
Kundal.
61 yards. The Kundal is going to try to go 61. Ew.
It didn't even hit the end
That was
zone.
not that great of a kick. I'm sorry about that. Woof.
Ouch. That was...
I guess he was feeling confident or something, but
I'll
now
be
you
honest,
look at
I
it,
just-
didn't
I
even
don't-
make the goal.
I don't think I ever in a million years call that play, no matter the situation. Whether I'm in the lead
No.
by 7 points or 70, I would never do something that foolish. Interesting
Oh,
call
that-
by the Eagles.
The longest attempt we've seen in the SFL, but now that could prove to be costly. Seattle, 49 yards away from tying the game.
Definitely think this might be the
5:35 left.
first time we've ever seen a drive like that start in enemy territory. But first off, trying to run it. The QB scramble didn't lead to anything at all. No yards lost or gained there. Just 2nd down and 10. Now this is important for Sporticus here. 7 points difference. Lots of time on the clock. Definitely think trying to play it safe would be the better option here, but maybe not. Oh, solid catch! Goku's able to break through!
Goku will try to break
Oh my
free,
God.
and there was just too many people around him. About 4 defenders it took to take down Super Saiyan Goku.
Goku was able to reel that in, though, and get 1 yard away from getting the first down. Great reception by Super Saiyan Goku. 1 yard to go is all they need to do. Kronk lined up. They have faith that he can run a single yard with the ball, and I do too, but no, take it down! Unbelievable! Will we see another bold field goal attempt?
Don't think that unbelievable is the correct word to put there. I'm not surprised. Kronk is just not able to come through in plays like this.
Kronk just can't seem to handle it running it on the inside, especially. I just don't think that's his strongest point. But they still keep attempting it. We might see a field goal here. No, we're just going to see him go for it, actually.
Yeah,
that's probably the best.
Again, in a very important situation, sending Kronk out as a receiver. We're going to see a pass play here.
Pass play, interesting
Force
decision.
quick
Caught!
throw, and he has Dwight Schrute
Dwight
running
Schrute!
to the 20,
Dwight
to the 10. That'll get a touchdown, Seattle. And the Kundle is really thinking back on that 61-yard attempt that put Seattle in such great field position that now set up a fantastic, huge touchdown pass from Sir Sporticus to Dwight Schrute.
Dwight Schrute
That
again
will
with a
potentially
second
tie
touchdown.
up this game.
Will they tie it up, or will the Seahawks go big or go home, try to get the 2-point conversion to claim the lead? I believe that going for the extra point's a better option. Keep it safe. With just how inconsistent it can be on these drives, I think going and relying on your defense is the best option, and they agree. Obi-Wan Kenobi going to try to kick it away for a tied game in the 4th quarter, 21-21.
And this just got a whole lot more interesting. 4 minutes and 4 seconds remain in regulation, I'll say now, because the possibility of this thing going into overtime is very high.
I agree.
See what happens here.
These teams have been so evenly matched all night. It has gone back and forth either way. The Seahawks have not had the lead at any point in this game, but that's not taking anything away from them, as it's very possible here, especially with how good their defense has suddenly been playing in the second half. The Seahawks might see a victory here, so you got to question the Eagles right now. Do you bring out Juju Smith-Schuster in a dire situation? He is, honestly, without any question, the best receiver on your team, and you haven't brought him out at all, and now the game is tied. It's the 4th quarter. This is an important drive. I'm interested to see if the Eagles will do it.
The kick is up, and Eagles are awaiting the return. Here we
There's
are.
Juju.
In the 13.
Wow.
Juju, yep, on the field once more. And a big breakthrough for John Fortnite getting up to the 35-yard line.
John Football's ready to go. He knows how important this is. 222 yards off of 22 completed passes.
He'll need to avoid those incompletions. Just stay consistent through these plays. Looks like we might see a run here. We will.
Ooh, tried to find a hole on the outside, but nothing for touches.
Emperor Narnar has also been absent, who is the other player in Week 1 who wasn't there at all. I'm pretty sure we've seen him a couple of times in this game, but going with that decision, reverting back to how they were in Week 1 with their win against the Seattle team.
Throwing it down, caught. Ooh, he's still moving. Whoa,
Wow.
Mr.
Tried
Negative.
to find just an open spot, couldn't get through there.
Now, this is a 3rd down. That says a lot about this game. Arguably the most important play we've seen so far. And if they don't get it, you got to imagine they'll have to go for it, but they're in dangerous field position if they don't succeed. So it's all about making this 3rd down so that problem doesn't even happen, and they will
And he
get
has it.
John Fortnite again.
He has the completion right there. John Fortnite, 60 yards today. Not a bad job at all for this receiver.
Eagles, I guess, maybe just using this team lineup to counterpick the Seahawks because John Fortnite being able to perform so is something that seems to be unique to when they face the Seahawks. All around, what they're doing right now is working, but very close to the 2-minute warning here. A tied football game. Tetris in the back. John Fortnite gonna throw it! Caught by Tetris! But he's back
Had to
down.
reach back for it, which slowed down Tetris Ochachovis. Wasn't able to gain too many yards there. First reception for Tetris Ochachovis tonight. 2-minute warning approaching. We might see one more play from the Eagles before then. But right now it's 2nd and 8 from the 44-yard line.
It's so difficult to try and figure this out because when you're in this situation, you want the drive to take a long time so they won't have a chance to respond, but you don't want time to run out on yourself. So it's just a strange balancing act. Now he ran out of bounds, so we'll actually get one more play before the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 8, another important 3rd down. Don't think they're going to allow the Cundle to try and go for a risky field goal again, so they're going to need to get a little bit closer if they want any points at all.
It'd be 60 yards from here, so they're going to need more yards for sure.
And they got it!
There's a pass to John Fortnite, trying to push through. He gets stopped for forward progress, but at the 2-minute warning, Eagles are in a great position, getting a new set of downs from the 23-yard line.
Eagles could claim a narrow victory here. Less than 2 minutes remaining in the game. We're tied, but they are just outside of the red zone. Great position here if you are a member of the Eagles. He's going to go deep. No. Decides against it. Oh! Hit hard.
Holy
Jesse
cow.
Horsecock got hit super hard there.
I hesitate to even call that a tackle. That was just a big push, I guess. Steve Rogers, his 10th tackle today, just showing up. Probably not too happy about the situation he's in right now. 2nd and 5 now.
You know how bad the defense wants to get off the field.
Tetris Ochachovis breaking through inside the 10 now.
Timeout from the Seahawks here. They are 1st and goal. Or not, sorry, the Eagles. The Seahawks called the timeout, though.
Another tackle from Steve Rogers. 1st and goal now.
Now they
You're
realize.
right. Seahawks really want time because they're thinking that the Eagles might be able to score here. But again, that's where that challenge flag, losing the timeout, that's where that can come into play here, and that's a touchdown for the Philadelphia Eagles. Tetris Ochachovis rushing it in there.
Tetris gets a touchdown here, and suddenly, with the amount of time on the clock, looks like a good chance that we might see another Eagles victory over the Seahawks. But the Seahawks have a chance, and Sporticus realizes it. Sporticus realizes how much pressure is on his shoulders. Everyone in this hometown crowd and his entire team is relying on him, so we're going to see a kick here. And now this drive. 1 minute and 20 seconds on the clock. 28-21 right now.
That right there was Tetris Ochachovis' first rushing touchdown. After all of the yards he's put into this team past few weeks, he finally reaches the end zone after getting a handoff. So a great rush right there.
Very well deserved for Tetris.
Solid player.
This has been a very great night to rush the ball as the Eagles, which is very surprising to say because that was not the case earlier tonight. But suddenly rushing seems to be the name of the game. Mr. Negative and Tetris Ochachovis especially.
Even last week, Monday night, when the Eagles played against the Falcons, the rushing was not that going that well for the Eagles then. So it's good to see a change of pace right here. Here's a kick. Dwight Schrute would take a knee inside of his own end zone. 80 seconds left on the clock.
That saves time for them, especially so. They have the maximum amount of time on this drive that they could possibly have. 1 minute, 20 seconds. Sporticus, he's got to be looking at that clock. He's got 80 seconds to go 75 yards. Anything less, and they will lose the game. Giving it to Emperor Cusco. I don't know about a run play, but Maybe just trying to see if they can have any luck. There's 2 rushes, only 3 yards total tonight for Ember Cusco. A lot of pressure here. About to be 1 minute remaining. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a no huddle here from the Seattle Seahawks with 1 minute left to play. Here we are. I think we'll definitely see a timeout after this, but yeah, that challenge flag definitely costing them right now. A deep pass! Caught!
Oh, and it's caught! It's caught!
They gotta call a timeout!
A much needed play right there, but the clock is still ticking down. Peter Parker with a fantastic reception right there. Seattle's gonna have to keep moving inside the 30 now with a timeout remaining. This is a very good
no
position
huddle.
To
They're gonna call a timeout soon.
53, check 53. Here we go. Here we go.
They're going to call a timeout after this play, you got to imagine. But they're going to shoot for the end zone first. Throwing it! It's caught!
And it's caught!
Go,
Right
get
in the end zone!
Touchdown, Seahawks, a tie game!
Goku, that did not take long for Seattle to respond. They really got their head in the game on that drive. Incredible job right there.
And that looked a lot like the Seahawks we saw in the preseason, finally maybe getting back to return to form. It took a few weeks, but suddenly the Seahawks looking great as ever. Finally, a game well deserving of these two great teams. 1 point, all that separates these two. Obi-Wan Kenobi, if he can kick it through the uprights, we will go to overtime. For the first time in the SFL regular season, Obi-Wan Kenobi, a lot rests on his shoulders here. The kick is up! We're tied.
Tie game here.
20 seconds remaining. Now, I guess it is feasible. Something could happen here. 20 seconds, I mean, the Eagles could make something happen, but I think it's pretty safe to say that for the first time in regular season history, we're going to play some more football after regulation.
See what the Eagles choose to do when they get the ball. If they'll try to shoot for the end zone or if they just run the clock out and go into overtime. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see here. Coming right up. Here's kicking team is lining up, ready to go. John Fortnite and company await kick.
Not the best kick in the world, but trying to guarantee that. Oh,
fumble! It's fumble!
Oh, recovered.
Picks it up.
That could have been.
Sorry. I almost lost it right there. That would have been terrible for the Eagles. John Fortnite losing the ball, but thankfully the spike god was there to pick it up.
Wow, if the Seahawks recovered that, that could have suddenly been the end of the game. Because even if it wasn't a scoop and score, just a single field goal and that's it. Could have kicked it on the first play if they wanted to, but there's a booth review on the fumble. There's not much to be gained here, maybe a little bit of field position.
I guess they just want to be completely accurate, but you're right. I think that would just be a difference of a couple of yards.
Ooh.
But in a situation like this, I guess every yard matters. So I believe, yeah. I don't know.
That's narrow.
I would say that's a fumble. I would say it's a fumble. I thought I saw the ball coming out before his knee went down, but that could just be me.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's a very close call.
I don't really know because the yardage was so different. I think they gave him the fumble though. I think the call stood.
Fumble there, yeah.
So here's a fake handoff. A nice block right there by Mr. Negative.
Ooh.
Couldn't really pay off though. Kundal targeting his kick at the 42. I'm sorry though, but before that, if that play actually pulled through for something good, Martin Lee, Mr. Negative, did an incredible job at getting a block, avoiding a sack. Could have been costly. So here we'll see John Football line up.
Might get one more.
Looking like he's going to go deep.
He's going to try to get it in the end zone.
Maybe two, because they do have all their timeouts. So here's a looking to pass.
Taking a long time, though.
Down. This will be the last play of the game. Rolling left, and it's a sack.
And we're going to overtime.
Take a timeout. Heading into overtime. Now, I remember a game when it's overtime. Was that a preseason or a week one game?
That was preseason Titans versus Falcons,
right.
But we'll be back soon here. Going into overtime, we'll have to take a short break here, but we will be back very soon for an exciting extra quarter of play. But first things first, we'll see this great sack that brought us to overtime. Grunkle Stan again. Great defensive play. End of regulation, and the Seahawks definitely brought it back in that fourth quarter. But here we go. Straight into overtime in the SFL. Gonna kick the ball off here. Kicking it over here.
Gonna return it here, taking it to the 20.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
See the movie guy with John Football here.
Ready? 50, plant.
Good duo here as the Eagles take the field first in overtime. Here's the snap. Passing it out to the Spike God, getting across the first down line to the 33-yard line. I'm going to be honest here. I remember in that preseason game, I thought the game was over at a certain point. I definitely thought that the Falcons scored and it would be over, but I believe the Titans were given a second chance. So the rules of overtime aren't entirely clear to me, so we'll see what happens here, and if we're correct in our assumptions, the Spike God once again gets a reception.
I think
Second and
each
7
team-
coming up.
I think each team is guaranteed one drive, regardless of time, from what I can gather. So if it's just whoever gets more points at the end of each drive.
There's a pass from the Spike God. Ooh, a one-handed grab once again by Fojo, or excuse me, the King Renegade. A great reception right there for King Renegade. On their own 49-yard line.
10-2, sir.
Approaching the field goal target line for the Condal, but right now the Eagles are aiming to get this thing in the end zone and put this game away for good. It's John Football
Throw it
looking to pass
deep.
deep to the right, and it's caught.
The Spike God catches it. They're going to get some points on the board.
Over 400 total yards for the Eagles tonight. Inside the red zone now, after that great play from the Spike God. Will the Eagles be able to wrap this thing up almost immediately and not give the Seahawks a chance to respond?
We'll see here. This has been such a close game all around. 28-28. The Eagles could take this.
Gonna hand it off here.
Oh, and
to
it
Texas
doesn't
Richard
work.
Tubbies, and won't get anything there.
Here we go. 60 or.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
Hit it.
Here's the handoff to Hotachobi's down the middle, almost to the first down line.
Third down and
Brought
2.
down at the 7.
Mr. Negative was able to bring that up to the
Once,
7-yard line. So close
once again
here.
tackled by Steve Rogers.
I'm interested to see what would happen if we do see a fourth down. Do they try to get it in the end zone, or will we see a field goal attempt? Oh, it's
Passing
caught!
to the
First
right.
up,
Oh, fumble! It's brought up. The
It's
Seahawks will
grabbed!
pick it up.
Seahawks running!
But he's running.
He's
He'll
moving!
run. Keep going.
Unbelievable!
He's going
running.
to take
The
it
10.
all the way to the end
Seahawks-
zone.
The Seahawks have won!
In the most absurd way. That is SpongeBob SquarePants. Vintage
Unbelievable!
SquarePants getting it to the end zone and getting a score for the Seattle Seahawks. Getting this ball
The
forced out from the
Seahawks.
Spike. I'm picking up at the 5. The 5-yard line.
The scoop and
And
score
running
in
all the
overtime.
way.
The Seahawks
Are you
are back.
completely? I'm in awe.
The game is over. The Seattle
Both of
Seahawks
these
have
teams,
won.
both of these teams will now move to 2-2 off of such a ridiculous ending, and that will be it.
Wow.
34-28 in overtime is your final, as the Seahawks claim victory surprisingly over the Eagles when it all seemed like it was gonna be Philadelphia's win. Seattle has won this game. An incredible job by SpongeBob SquarePants and the rest of this team.
And let's look at the total stats that we saw in this game. Very close, but as we can see, that one takeaway, that turnover, the scoop and score, is what won the Seahawks the game. It really came down to their defense. All around, a great game. 2-2 Seahawks, 2-2 Eagles.